All right, Crossroads Sports Nation. We will be live here in a moment. As soon as we get Jonathan on, we will go live. A lot to talk about tonight. A lot of moves. A lot to talk about. JB,
JB. Brandon Reed, can you hear me?
I can, but
I
I
can, but the
echoes.
echoes. Okay, all right. We're going to have to put in my let's put my mic in. Hold on. You can't damn. You can't have an echo. You can't be
No,
cussing.
not at
No,
all.
not at all. How'd you do in golfing today? Terrible.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Could have been
Could
better.
have been better. That means terrible. Crossroads fan. All right. What we
Oh,
looking
that's
like now?
beautiful. That's
Sound
better.
better?
A
Sweet.
lot better. Look better. You got your Kings on.
Hey man, I'm always rapping.
Absolutely. All right, John. Free agency started, and it actually started a lot earlier than I think it started this week, really. And
Right.
I don't understand how teams can meet with players and make agreements and stuff, and the period hasn't even started. So,
Man, it's a new NBA, man. The David Stern's regime is done.
yeah, absolutely. So, a lot of moves. Where do you want to go first? Do you want to do the top moves, or do you want to go straight first to the Pacers?
We need to talk since this is a home show. We need to talk about the Pacers first.
All right, let's talk Indiana Pacers. Let's talk about who left. Thaddeus Young. We knew he was going to leave. Signs a 3-year deal with the Chicago Bulls.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, worth, I had it written down here, quite a bit. Where did it go? Worth 3 years, 41 million. So that's pretty high. We only paid him like 13 the last year, so
Right.
definitely not going to bring him back for that. He had a nice little message on Twitter for all the Pacers fans and such. So no hard feelings. I hope when they come Chicago next
Oh yeah.
year that we don't boo the hell out of him.
Right.
Uh,
Right. I don't foresee that with Young at all. Um, he's a guy kind of looking for a multi-year deal, and that's what he got out of the Bulls. Now, the wins is gonna come. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna win. They're not gonna win a lot. They'll be in the lottery again next
right.
year, but he'll help. You know what I mean? He'll help with scoring and rebounding, of course. But that team's still a long ways from making the playoffs.
Yeah, they've got a long way to go before they met. And then looking at the other one, Bojan Bogdanovic, 4 years, 73 million to Utah. Uh,
Man, he goes from small market to smaller market, doesn't
Yeah, absolutely.
he?
Utah definitely overpaid, and that was one thing I was worried about was a team overpaying for Bogey. The Pacers not gonna throw that kind of type of money around
Right.
for
Well, you
that.
can't. You can't. Well, you can't necessarily say that they paid 85 million.
We'll get to that. We'll
Okay.
get to that. But for Bogey, at that position, they did not want to throw uh, that at him. That's the thing that I heard Pritchard
Yeah.
say was the fact that, and that was going to tie in the Ricky Rubio situation.
Right.
If Bogey stayed, Rubio would come. Obviously, Thad did not stay, or not Thad Bogdanovich. Since Boggy didn't stay, we didn't get Rubio. So,
Right.
uh, but yeah, it's I hate to see Bogdanovich go, but yeah, is what it is.
It
We'll
is, it kind of is what it is. I knew so. I had been saying earlier that somebody was going to take Bojan if the Pacers didn't resign him. Um, Utah though, I mean you lose them to Utah. You think you're losing to there was rumors about them going to San Antonio in the signing trade. There was rumors about maybe LeBron wanted him to be one of his shooters out there, which kind of been a perfect pick,
right.
my opinion. But he got him with Utah. I mean, Utah's up and coming. He's not necessarily that old, so he'll add more offensive power to their team.
Oh yeah,
It's a good pickup for them. It kind of sucked because he's a fan favorite here,
yeah.
you know. But $73 million. If the Pacers wasn't offering, anything close to $70 million, him and his agent did the right thing, of
Yep.
course.
Absolutely. Let's look at the pickups the Pacers did get. First off, Malcolm Brogdon from the Bucks, 4 years, $85 million in a sign and trade deal. Pacers ship a first-round pick and 2 second rounds for Brogdon. Is that steep, Pacer fans? Yes, I think that's steep for Malcolm Brogdon. But is that what the trade market and value market is this day in the NBA?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I love the pickup. 4
Mhm.
years, 85 mil. You got it. Here's the thing. People are going to bitch and complain about how much money was spent. You have to spend the money.
Right,
There's
you
a
do.
minimum that the NBA says you have to spend. So you got to throw it somewhere. Why not show these guys some dedication, some love, I guess, and
Right,
throw them that money? Malcolm
right.
Brogdon, 4 years, 85 mil. That's a little over 20, 21 and a half or so
Hmm.
per year. I love the pickup. Uh, we got a shooter. We got somebody that can definitely step in while Depot is out
Right.
and fill that role. I liked what he did in
And he was rookie of
Milwaukee.
the year.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was rookie of the year.
And he's a second-round pick. He was a second-round pick.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
that's somebody that I thought actually the Lakers should have kind of targeted to fill out their backcourt, and for $85 million, you know what I mean? I don't think that I think that's I mean that's something they could have that's something they could have got, but then they're still in play for Kawhi. So kudos to the Pacers for kind of pulling that one off. I don't know why Milwaukee chose to let him go.
yeah,
Really, you could have saved that $52 million you're paying. You know, the center, $52 million for a center that shoots threes. You know, so kudos, like I said, kudos to the Pacers. Pacers, you know, with Larry Bird, and I know Larry Bird gets a lot of crap for a lot of different reasons for
by you and
who he
me.
drafted. But Larry Bird has said something consistently ever since Paul George, kind of the kookiness. Remember when he said Paul George should play power forward?
Oh, yeah.
He basically was kind of saying he was just kind of talking about pace. He wants everything to be faster. I know I'm not necessarily a fan of Ricky Rubio's jump shot, but I am a fan of his pace. But Ricky Rubio gets the ball out. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Quick and in a hurry. So kind of, and I know Larry Bird, Kevin Pritchard runs the Pacers, but Larry Bird's still in the room. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of that is kind of come to fruition with the Pacers. If Vic was out there, I mean, we'd be a real fast. I mean, something that they want, a real fast team out there
Right.
on the court. So maybe not as skilled from a shooting standpoint. I get it. I already heard criticism about it. Man, we ain't got no shooters. Well, we got great athleticism. We have some, not necessarily the elite level one-on-one play, but we got some elite level. We got some level of play where a guy can go one-on-one while like you said and pick up some scoring
Right.
while Vic is out, and then. If Vic, well, it's a win, not a thing of if. When Vic comes back, what's the team gonna look like then? I mean, when he comes back, not 80%, not 100%. You know what I mean? Not necessarily next year. I'm not saying this year's a throw off. You gave a whole lot of crap last show about the Pacers picking anyway, so it doesn't matter. If we trade away our first round draft pick or our second round draft, it doesn't matter. Like nobody really is in love with whoever the Pacers pick anyway, from Tyler Hansborough to Paul George to whoever the Pacers pick. So them mortgaging the future right now it's okay by me.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely. I agree as well. Second one, immediately, pretty much right after the Malcolm Brogdon trade and the sign, Pacers go after and get Charlotte's Jeremy Lamb for
yep,
3 years, $31.5 million. I think that's a good pickup as well. That's a
yep,
shooter. That's somebody that can fill that Vic void while he's gone as well.
right.
And even somewhat of the point guard. We're still going to have to pick a point guard. I feel like. I mean,
No,
I don't.
we're good.
Are they going to give the keys to Holiday?
He'll be the backup.
So we're going to have Brogdon.
Brogdon can play both. He
Okay.
can. That's when he was rookie of the year. He was rookie of the year when he at point guard position.
I was just thinking that they had George Hill as the point and Brogdon was the 2, and then they had Middleton at the 3, maybe in Milwaukee.
What they
I
did
can't
right,
remember.
yeah. That's kind of what they did right now, yeah.
So we have an upsized point guard, and that's going to be good.
Yep,
And he's young.
yep,
Two young guys. Bojan's not the youngest. I think he's
right.
29 or so. Thad
Going to
wasn't the
30,
young.
yep.
Yeah, Thad
No, he
wasn't the
was not.
youngest.
No.
So we got younger. When I first saw it, I was kind of shocked because I saw the Rubio go to Phoenix. I said, "Oh, uh-oh." That's the first thing I said. We're starting to lose our guys that we were looking after. And then I saw Bogey leave. But I'll tell you this, John. I did see tonight there's a lot of analysts on ESPN, on Twitter that follow the NBA, who I follow, who are very, very knowledgeable and good. Everything I'm seeing is, wow, look at what the Pacers did. Sneaky good Pacers. Like, everything is so up and up for the Pacers.
Right, you kind of got to like Jeremy Lamb as like I know Pacers don't want to hear this as another project. Remember how when we brought in Gerald Green and it kind of worked out. It kind of worked out in the beginning, and then then when he fell in love with that 3-pointer, like
Chuckums. I think that's how he got his nickname.
You know, Jeremy Lamb coming out of high school and even coming out of college, had high potential around him. So the great thing about the Pacers, is that this is an organization where how many times has the most improved player come from this organization?
Quite a bit.
Quite a bit, right? Between Danny Granger, Paul George, yeah.
Did Jermaine O'Neal win it?
He might have won it, or Jalen Rose, one or the other,
and Depot, so 4.
Yeah, yep.
So
Jeremy Lamb's in a good situation.
Yeah, positive vibes there. Positive vibes.
Yep.
With Brogdon, he shot 50% from the field last season, 42% from 3, 92% from free throw. To me, that's a win-win, guys.
Yep.
Some people may not like the picture, but everybody I've seen loves it. Greg Doyle loves it. Brandon Brantley, Kawhi, don't go to LA.
A little bit.
Hey,
just a little bit.
A little bit.
Just a little bit. I'm still drinking light beer though.
Oh.
plug. No, not so quite. Not so quite.
Yeah. So, I love the pickups. The national media loves the pickups. ESPN loves it. So we'll see. There's a lot of Eastern Conference movement going on. The landscape is definitely changing. We'll go through here shortly.
Yep. Absolutely.
Still probably going to be that 4 or 5, maybe 6. I think 4 through 6 is what the Pacers could be.
With Vic out, I don't. Well, we'll see. 7. I say 7, 8.
Okay. We'll beg to differ. Another thing, I got people chirping me. We do not want to bring Lance Stevenson back the third time, okay? So
no, third time's not a charm.
Drop
it's over.
We're not going after Lance.
That's
over.
It.
It's a wrap. He's done.
Maybe the Lakers re-signing.
Yeah.
Maybe.
There's still some notable names left out there, point guard-wise and guard-wise, that haven't signed yet. Danny Green, Patrick Beverly, Rajon Rondo, Wes Matthews, D'Angelo Russell, even though it's looking like Russell's probably going to go to Minnesota now. So that's going to be interesting to see how he does there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, we just had a trade made. Goran Dragic is being traded to the Mavericks.
Oh, wow. For who?
To complete the Jimmy Butler trade to Miami from the Philly.
They already got – well, they got assets to throw away. I mean, not throw away, but throw back in the trade. So, yeah, I can see that. That's a salary drop.
Yeah,
that's Miami trying to get enough salary away so they can get Jimmy Butler in.
Well, they got him in. They completed the trade, so that was part of the trade.
What's Miami? Does anybody? I mean, I know some Miami fans. I know a couple right now that LeBron's left. They hung around, but with Jimmy Butler, is this going to be enough?
Hassan Whiteside, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. They should have traded him.
Yeah. Scott Nichols says 8 seed, 9 seed. I don't think it's going to be that severe without Vic. Unless we have some kind of catastrophic injury as well.
Brandon, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
I mean, they got Tobias for $109 million, or excuse me, 140. No, what was it? Yeah, Tobias, $180 million. Ugh. They converted a lot for
that
him.
dude ain't made an All-Star game.
No, not at all. Remember, he played for the Orlando Magic, people. He played for the Magic. And that was the only one that could shoot.
Well, here's what I think about them picking up Horford. They kind of picked up the guy that constantly kicks him in the butt. Like Al Horford, who plays better big man defense than Al Horford in today's NBA. Right? Yeah. Al Horford has put the clamps or the whammy, the wuju, wherever you want to call it, on Philadelphia last couple seasons, either in the regular season or in the playoffs. So now they got him on their team, unless Kawhi Leonard does something kooky, which I think he
Right.
might do something kooky.
Yeah.
Philadelphia looks like the number one team.
Yeah. Well, possibly. I mean, they lost. I mean, here's the thing. Uh, what's his boy? Ben Simmons needs to figure out his jump shooting because he doesn't have a
Well, I
JJ
don't think
Redick
I
to
don't
bail
think
him
I don't
out.
think Brandon. I don't think he's gonna be there.
Oh, come on.
Oh, I don't think he's gonna be there.
You think he's going to Justin Powell's Lakers?
There's another. I don't know. Well, because they don't have enough assets to get him. They don't have enough assets to get him back. He might be going to Los Angeles though. It's possible.
Yeah.
Highly possible.
You know, we'll get to the Kawhi situation here in a little bit.
That's a situation.
That is a situation. Yeah, Harris is overpaid as well. Yeah. Jimmy Butler, 4 years, $140 million. Miami's going to pay him. We said a couple of shows ago that Pat Riley's got to make one last move. He's got to make one last. And I think I actually said Jimmy Butler or somebody to Miami. If you roll back the tape, so credit to me for crediting me myself. You got to think is with Jimmy. Think about who didn't want to pay him. The Bulls didn't want to give him a max. The Timberwolves didn't want to give him a max. The Sixers did not want to give him a max. There's a little bit of a problem there for him going to Miami now, and it's just like you said, it's him and Whiteside. So we'll see what happens down there. Now Miami, maybe,
Chicago, the league is more player friendly now than anything ever before, any era before.
Yep.
Chicago's not willing to give up power to a player. They don't. Yeah. They won't. That's why there's going to be Jordan. a lot of talent coming in, a lot of talent coming out of Chicago until they kind of come with the times. You know what I mean? The whole thing in Minnesota, those guys are kind of not the same age. They're in the same. They have different goals. Right. Like between Wiggins and Towns, they just want to kind of get their name on the map. You know what I'm saying? They want stat guys. Jimmy Butler's kind of wants to do that too, but he wants to win. So going to Miami, and I don't want to totally glaze. We all saw what he did in Philadelphia, right? We all saw he's a player. Yep. Like he can kind of turn it on. He can turn it on at the whenever, right?
Jimmy Buckets.
Snap of a finger. Him going to Miami, like maybe Brandon, he goes in there and learns how to be humble just a little bit because now you're dealing with the great Pat Riley. How are you going to question the great Pat Riley? I know he's not coaching every day, but he's his specter is always always there. So how's he going to question the great Pat Riley on anything? If Pat tells him like, dude, you got to do this, or existentially through the coach, that's what he's got to do. And he got his money, $145 million. So I would if I'm in Jimmy Butler's shoes, I absorbed what everybody who's played in Miami, whether it's been LeBron, Shaquille O'Neal, Alonzo Mourning. I'm trying to think who also speaks very highly of it. Tim Hardaway.
Right.
Absorb what they, even though, like Dwayne Wade too, absorb like what Pat Riley's philosophy is, and I think you come out a better player. I think because everybody I just named is a Hall of Famer.
Hey, who's going to shoot the ball? Jimmy Buckets or
Jimmy Butler
or Deion Waiters? Because
Deion Waiters.
There's not enough basketball to go around.
It's enough.
So, hey, listen, for those Pacer fans that were upset and thought, oh, we could have got more, we could have got better, you got to go with what you can get, and this is what we could get. Think about this. It could be a lot worse. You know who we could be? We could be the New York Knicks right now. The New York Knicks, who they signed Julius Randle tonight about an hour ago. 3 years, $63 million. John, less than 15 minutes after signing him, they put out a press release from their team president said, hey, Knicks fans, sorry that free agency wasn't what you wanted it to be. We're disappointed just as well, but we're committed to building free agents and trades to improve our team this year and next year.
Man, that's ridiculous.
How does Julius Randle have to feel after
that's
that
ridiculous,
comes out?
Right. That's ridiculous because but I guess that's what they kind of promised fans or whatever that free agent, they ran billboards, they ran, hype and media hype through the rag mags or whatever.
Right.
But they should, it's not, if they had a smart organization where, the owner could get out of his own freaking way, They know that the next two draft classes. Okay, Kevin Durant don't want to come. LeBron don't want to come. I'm trying to think who else kind of scoffed in like the last 10 years in New
Kyrie.
York. Kyrie. They don't want to come. They don't want. I mean, they kind of want. They kind of don't want to come for a reason. So what Jim Dolan needs to do is get out of his own way, but also understand that the next two draft classes. Look at what Golden State did. Built through the draft. You know what I'm saying? Next two draft classes, you're gonna be in the top tier of them.
Right.
You know what I mean? And this smart draft
Yeah.
because like he's alienating former players, he's alienating current players, and his fans. He just deals with he's thankful for the volume that comes through. You know what I'm saying? Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
So
Over $2 billion has already been confirmed in contracts in the first 4 hours of free agency. So,
yeah,
it's going up. Um, and how crazy is it the fact that we talk about James Dolan that he didn't offer a max to Kevin Durant because he was concerned about the injury? And wherever Stephen A. Smith is, he's probably jumping in front of a
he
subway.
probably is biggest Knicks fan in the media. Yeah, he
Like,
probably is jumping out the window.
the guy just can't get it together. So let's run through some of these names real quick. We'll talk each one. I've got my my list here. I had to make it tonight, so it's a huge list. Had to keep track of everything. It was nuts on the golf course. My phone kept going off every 10 seconds. What we know, Kyrie Irving, 4 years, 141 mil with Brooklyn. Also joining him there, Kevin Durant. Durant says, I'm going there. 4 years, 164 mil. Took a pay cut to come to Brooklyn. Everybody's talking how up in arms Brooklyn. Listen, it's going to take him a year because Durant's not going to play this next season.
Right, he's not.
And then he's probably going to do some load management.
Right, he should.
The following season, as he should. So, with Brooklyn, are they still a playoff team? I think so. They were a playoff team this year without Kyrie. I think they can get there again. I think they'll be in one of the teams battling with the Pacers at that 5-6 range for a playoff spot. And we don't know what even Victor Oladipo is going to come back 100%. Who says he's going to come back? We may even just load management him when he comes back because that's what Pritchard said last week in his interview. So we'll see there.
Because we all know Kyrie's going to have load management.
So how shocked were you with Durant deciding to go to Brooklyn and not – and, DeAndre Jordan's with him too, and he's good friends with DeAndre.
I wasn't shocked that he wasn't leaving. I mean, I knew he was leaving Golden State, you know what I'm saying, mid-season.
Mm-hmm.
Vets want to play with vets, so it kind of makes sense for him to go to Brooklyn. Just honestly, you know what I mean? This kind of makes sense. Him waiting for Kevin Knox or whoever else is going to be on the team, R.J. Barrett or whoever else is going to be on the team 2 or 3 years from now, he can't. He's in win mode now, even though he's injured, even though he's going to be rehabbing it. He's still he wants to win more than what I'm saying. He doesn't want to like start over. And that's Knicks is kind of a start over project. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So where else was he going to go besides New York?
Yeah.
He wasn't. Where else was he going to go? You gonna go sign with the Clippers and play against? That sort of the whole thing. That might have been some hype had he signed with the Clippers. You know what I'm saying? And then playing against Golden State and LeBron with the Lakers, but he wasn't gonna play. He wasn't gonna play for the Lakers.
The Eastern Conference is starting to shift some more of that talent back over to the East.
It is good for basketball that Kevin Durant came back. We all pick fun at his how he got his championships, but he is probably number 1, number 2 player in the league. You know what I'm saying? I know we kind of go back and forth between him and Kawhi Leonard and LeBron, who's out of the playoffs, but LeBron's older now, right? But with Durant coming to the East, it does shift the power.
Yeah,
it does. And even though he ain't playing.
So I just saw a tweet that was kind of interesting. There's only 4 teams. Only 4 teams left have more than $20 million in cap space. The Knicks, the Lakers, the Clippers, and the Mavericks.
Mm-hmm.
The Mavs just traded for Dragic. The Clippers have Shea Gilgeous-Alexander at point guard. If the Wolves can't find someone to dump Andrew Wiggins' salary with, D'Angelo Russell is going to be left without a seat when the music stops. And he's not going to make that big money that he was expecting to make. He's going to have to take a huge pay cut. probably for a 1 year, and
I
then
knew they would, dude. I've been knowing they were gonna trade Andrew Wiggins.
so
I've been knowing that. I've been knowing that since midseason. They just got to find somebody that wants to take him. Like, he's a guy that can go off for 28 one night and 12 the next, and you can't have that level of consistency and
right.
be a max player in this league.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll run through. Kemba Walker, Boston has been reported all weekend. 4 years, 141 million, same as Kyrie. How about the Celtics? They did some damage control from Al Horford and Kyrie leaving, getting Kemba in there in
Right,
the prime of his career.
right.
So we'll see. They keep
They
saying he's
will
in.
miss Horford though. They will miss Horford, but
Yep.
I imagine there's a plan uh, to figure out what's going on up front.
Yeah. DeAndre Jordan was 4 years, 40 million with the Nets is what it came out to. So, and they
Okay.
got that new Chinese owner. So that's what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Something's going on with the Lakers because there's some tweets from some NBA apparently. But looking, like you said, Brooke Lopez stayed in Milwaukee.
Yep.
Terry Rozier in the trade, the sign and trade for Kemba Walker. Rozier goes down to Charlotte. John, I've been so I don't know. I'm disappointed in Rozier. I feel like he could have had a better market than Charlotte.
It's probably who I don't. I mean, it's weird. It's an odd pairing. That's just gonna be an odd pairing team. He'll get all the time. He'll get all the chances to shoot now on
Oh
that
yeah,
team.
absolutely. Yeah, he won't be doing any complaining for that.
No.
Uh, Rudy Gay returns to the Spurs. Chris Middleton, 5 years, 176 million
Yeah.
with the Bucks.
Yeah.
Pay the man, I guess. It's a lot of money for Chris
He
Middleton.
what you don't think of Chris Middleton and being in the stratosphere of Klay Thompson. You just don't. But he averaged enough stats to get that type of contract.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's kind of what this game is kind of, about now. So Chris Middleton, I think he's engaged. I think he's thoroughly engaged. He's not about the money. I mean, he's not just about the money. He's the guy that wants to see the Milwaukee Bucks. He knows his role. You know what I mean? All that, but he kind of wants to see the Milwaukee Bucks get to that next level. And Milwaukee kind of showed him the money, the loyalty that guys are looking for. So,
Yep.
Chris Middleton, though, man, that contract's got a little Joe Johnson in Atlanta Hawks. You know what I mean? Where he had the 100.
I was going to say
$100
the same thing.
It's got a little bit of that written around it, man. Though, just a little bit. It gives you that feeling of it, though.
Yep, absolutely. JJ Redick, 2 years, 26 million with the Pelicans. I love the move.
What?
Duke with Duke, baby.
Yeah.
Zion
yeah.
and JJ.
With the Pelicans?
They need shooters.
Man.
So,
All right, get Brandon. Who the Lakers gonna get? Are they getting Kawhi Leonard? That's what it sounds like.
Is Justin Powell still listening? Because if he is, I think he goes to the Lakers, John.
I think he's leaving Toronto.
Oh, absolutely. He's done with the North. The North was 1 year long. That was it. But
he's gonna sign with the Lakers. That's gonna be unfair.
How's that? How they gonna get along? How are they gonna play together? So
LeBron, I'm like, there's gonna be a bunch of basketball couch experts. They're gonna say, well, LeBron and him can't play because what I'm saying, he's not a shooter. You know what I'm saying, that you just put in the corner. Kawhi Leonard's not. He's a one-on-one player just like LeBron is. Did him and Dwayne figure it out? Did LeBron James? I know they were a little bit younger then, but did him and Dwayne figure it out?
Yeah.
They'll figure it out. If he signs with the Lakers, man, they'll figure it out. But I think it'll be more of this is our team, the Lakers, not it's LeBron's team.
Oh, I totally agree. Because at the point LeBron will probably end his career, and then it'll still be Kawhi's team. So, totally agree with that. Couple names, like you said, Kawhi still hasn't signed. Boogie Cousins still hasn't signed. I think he'll probably wait till it probably settles down. With Kawhi, he's not taking any meetings today. Didn't meet with anybody. He'll start his meetings here tomorrow. Then I think he's got 2 or 3 days worth. So we'll see. Here's what teamwork means. Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving have agreed to take less than their maximum contracts to get DeAndre Jordan a 4-year, $40 million deal. That was reported by Woj just a minute ago. So, it's all about who can you get together to play, and that's what today's NBA is. Pacer fans, it's not bad. We're good. We're good.
There's Brand. There's still moves to be made. There's players to still be traded.
Oh yeah,
I can't imagine
absolutely.
Detroit's happy with you
Come on now.
you have a Derrick Rose, and they got a halfway mash unit between Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose, it's an in and out of line. He played better last year, so I can't say that he played better. He's not back to MVP Derrick Rose or Rookie of the Year Derrick Rose, but between him and Blake Griffin,
Showtime. Old school. It'll be interesting to see. And I was going to get your opinion, what you thought of Derrick Rose going there. So it's good to see. Wizards, IU product, Thomas Bryant.
$25 million.
3 years, $25 million for Thomas Bryant. So good for him. Good to see him get some change. George Hill going back to Milwaukee, 3 years, $29 million. John, do you think we'll wrap up here with the Pacers?
Okay.
Do you think we're done with Indiana?
The Pacers?
Making moves. I don't think so. We're going to get a veteran point guard. I just don't know who.
We got one. We got Ricky Rubio.
No, we don't.
He didn't sign with us yet?
Rubio?
I thought he did.
No, John. He signed with the Suns.
Oh, he signed with you said that, Jonathan. Oh, my God. That's how I was wondering why we get 2 point guard. Okay.
Yeah. We need a point guard. We need a forward.
We need
another big?
No, we got Goga. We got another bigs. Maybe a small forward, maybe shooting guard, maybe another wing guy. That's what I would think.
Danny Green.
If he's out there,
he probably wants.
I know
he wants a big contract.
He's not what. Of course, he's not what he was when he was in San Antonio. But he's coming off a championship. I could deal with Danny Green. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe Wes Matthews.
No, he's not. Wes Matthews is not.
He's probably